Hello everyone! Welcome again sa ating video lesson for this week. Ngayon, we will talk about our Week 8 module for our Mathematics 9. The competencies for this Week 8 module, so the learner graphs a quadratic function and determine its vertex, axis of symmetry, domain and range, intercept, and direction of the opening of the graph. And the next competency natin is the learner analyzes the effect of changing the values of a, h, and k in the equation y is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k. So let's start. So last week, diba, we discussed yung ating week 7 module, yung pagkuha ng h and k. Ngayon naman, kukunin natin yung ating special parts ng ating quadratic function. So before that, look at the graph na nandito sa ating example. So we have here a graph of a quadratic function. Diba meron tayong tawag sa graph na to? This is what we call a parabola. It is a curve na nag-extend infinitely. So ano yung opening ng graph na to? Since yan ay papunta sa taas, kung makikita nyo arrow ng parabola natin is pataas, so ang opening ng graph natin is upward. And always remember, diba sabi ko, kapag if a is less than 0, yung graph natin is downward. If a is greater than 0 naman, yung graph natin is upward. So meron tayong mga dapat malaman dito, yung ating mga special parts sa ating graph. So yung first one natin is the vertex or the h and k. So diba nung week 6 natin, we discussed about the formula for the h and k. So yun yung gagamitin natin dito para makuha natin yung vertex. That is an ordered pair, yung ating vertex, kasi point yung hinahanap natin. So vertex is the minimum or the maximum point of the parabola. And next one, we have the y-intercept. Ang meaning ng y-intercept natin is the point where the parabola crosses the y-axis. So yung y-axis natin, yung nandito sa ating Cartesian plane, yung vertical na axis, yung nakatayo, that is what we call the y-axis. Ngayon, yung nakaiga naman or naka-horizontal, that is what we call the x-axis. Ngayon, yung y-intercept, kapag yung graph ninyo is nag-intercept siya or nag-cross siya doon sa ating y-axis, yun yung point natin na y-intercept natin. So, yan yung point, ibig sabihin naka-ordered pair yan. And we also have the x-intercept. Pag nag-cross naman yung ating parabola doon sa ating x-axis, that is what we call the x-intercept. Yung dalawang point na nabuo pag nag-cross sila. So, ito yung mga points where the parabola crosses the x-axis. And we have here the axis of symmetry or x is equal to h. So class, ang explanation dito sa axis of symmetry is the vertical line that passes through the vertex. In other words, ito yung naghahati dito sa ating parabola into two symmetric parts. Ibig sabihin ng two symmetric, pag hinati mo yan, magkapareho pa rin sila pag hinati mo. For example, you have a one whole and hinati mo in a lengthwise. Yung guhit na nasa gitna, di ba? That is what we call the axis of symmetry kasi siya yung nagpapakita na symmetric yung inyong graph. And para makuha yun, you just need to know your h sa ating vertex. Kunin nyo lang. So, yun yung ating axis of symmetry. So, x is equal to your h. Then, meron tayong dalawang dapat tandaan. The domain and the range. So, domain is the set of all real values of x that will give real values for y. So, dito, ito na yung lagi natin isusulat pag domain. Ang ibig sabihin kasi ng domain, lahat ng possible values ng x. So, pagdating sa quadratic function, ito yung lagi ninyong isusulat na sagot. X is an element of all real numbers. So, ibig sabihin yan, lahat ng number, excluding the unreal number, so, puro real lang tayo dito, pwede mo i-substitute kay x at mag-satisfy pa din doon sa ating function. And we have the range. It is the spread of the values of y values, the minimum y value to maximum y value. So, unlike domain, na x yung mga possible values, sa range naman, ito yung mga possible values ni y. So, dito sa range, kapag yung a natin is positive, magiging y is greater than or equal to k. Kapag negative naman yung a natin, y is less than or equal to k tayo dyan. Okay? So, meron tayong pitong dapat malaman. The vertex, the opening of the graph, x-intercept, y-intercept, axis of symmetry, domain, and range. So, we have here the example. Sketch the graph of y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3. Then, determine the special points and parts. So, first step, you need to identify the values of a, b, and c of our quadratic function y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3. So, dapat alam nyo na yan yung pagkuha ng a, b, and c kasi madali lang naman yan. So, after you get the values of our a, b, and c, substitute sa ating formula ng h and k. Diba last week we discussed about the formula for the h and k. So, ang dalawang formula natin for the h and k, so h muna tayo, h is equal to negative b over 2a. So, substitute nyo dyan si h as si b. So, your h will be negative 1. Kay k naman, so ang formula natin for the k is equal to 4ac minus b squared over 4a. So, substitute nyo lang yung ating mga variables into our formula. So, our k will be negative 4. Kaya naman, ang vertex natin will be negative 1 and negative 4. So, that's an ordered pair. Okay? So, after you get the vertex class, kailangan naman natin yung mag-graph. At para mag-graph natin, kailangan ninyo ng table of values. So, since yung vertex, yung source ng ating graph, so sa gitna tayo magi-start. Pag vertex, laging sa gitna magi-start. So, we have negative 1 and negative 4. So, sa x natin, maglagay lang kayo ng value sa right, pataas ng isang value. So, negative 1, 0, and 1. Sa left side naman, pababa na isang value. So, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Ngayon, kailangan yung isolve si y by substituting the x on our function na y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3. Ayan. So, when x is equal to negative 3, our y will be 0. When x is negative 2, our y will be negative 3. And when x is equal to 0, our y will be negative 3 then. And when our x is equal to 1, our y naman is equal to 0. So, after you fill up all of these in the table of values, you can now graph and locate the points in our Cartesian plane. So, first one, we locate the negative 1 and negative 4 na point. So, yan. And we have here the 0 and negative 3, and 1 and 0. Negative 2 and negative 3, and negative 3 and 0. So, after you locate the points, you just need to connect it and extend papunta sa taas. So, may kita ninyo yung opening ng graph natin. Since yung a natin, di ba, is greater than 1, so that will be upward. At yung vertex naman natin, so meron tayong h and k, that will be negative 1 and negative 4. Our y-intercept, so nag-ano siya dito sa ating, nag-intercept siya sa ating y-axis, so that will be 0, negative 3. And sa ating x-intercept, that will be 3, 0, and 1, 0. And sa ating axis of symmetry, that will be x is equal to negative 1. So, ang domain natin, x is an element of all real numbers, and range naman natin is y is greater than or equal to negative 4. Okay? So, we have here our lesson 2 naman na, it is the characteristics of a graph of a quadratic function. So, first one, graph naman ng y is equal to ax squared. So, if a is less than 0 or negative yung ating a, the graph natin will be downward. At kapag positive naman yung a natin, yung graph natin will open upwards naman. So, ito yung example na graph natin na comparison. We have y is equal to x squared na nag-o-open upward and y is equal to negative x squared na nag-o-open downward. And we have the graph of y is equal to ax squared. Yan. So, ang sabi naman dito, the larger the a, nagna-narrow yung ating graph. The smaller naman yung a, nag-wider naman yung ating graph. So, here in this example sa ating graph, magbase tayo doon sa ating y is equal to x squared, yung naka-red na parabola. So, dito sa blue, nag-lessen yung ating a, 1/2 instead of 1. So, lumiit yung ating a at nag-wide or tumaba yung ating parabola. Yung green naman, yung A natin is naging 2. So, lumaki yung A natin, no? Kaya naging narrower yung ating green na parabola. Okay, next one naman. So, ang sabi dito, kapag positive naman yung K, meaning yung graph natin will shift upward. And kapag negative naman yung K, meaning naman yung graph natin will shift downward. So, based sa ating green na parabola, yung y is equal to x squared. So, pag sinabi na pag yung y is equal to x squared, shift 3 units upward. So, mag-a-add ka ng 3. That will be your k. So, pag positive yung k mo, mag-a-upward yung iyong graph. So, kung makikita nyo yung graph, tumaas yung ating y is equal to x squared. Ngayon naman, kapag nag-minus ka naman ng 3, ayan, y is equal to x squared minus 3, yung graph mo naman is bababa ng 3 units. Okay, another one, we have the graph of y is equal to a times x plus minus h squared. So, dito kapag negative yung h, meaning the graph will shift to the left. Pag positive naman yung h, meaning the graph will shift to the right. So, here's an example. And yung base natin na parabola, which is the green. So, ang sabi dito, kapag negative yung h, mag-shift yan papunta sa left. Pero class, di ba? Pag kinukuha natin yung h from the parentheses of our function, di ba binabago natin yung sign? Kaya, pansinin nyo dito. Kapag 2 units to the left, sinabi y is equal to x squared, shifts 2 units to the left. So, makikita nyo magiging plus 2 yan. Pero ang sabi negative h. Kasi negative h, ipapasok nyo pa yan sa loob ng parenthesis na function. Kaya magiging y is equal to x plus 2 squared. Ang h ninyo dito will be negative 2. So, pinasok nyo lang sa loob, kaya naging positive yan. And we have here the y is equal to x squared na nag-shift papuntang 2 units to the right. So, y is equal to x minus 2 squared. And lastly, we have the graph and the combination of h and k naman tayo dito. So, ang sabi, x squared shifts 1 unit to the right and 2 units upward. Okay? Ayan. So, ang iyong magiging graph will be y is equal to x minus 1 squared plus 2. So, pinagsama lang natin yan. So, yun lang naman yung laman ng ating weekly module for the week 8. And thank you so much for listening. Have a good day, everyone. Goodbye!